Today, I was working with a client on my coaching program, and there's a really powerful story that's come from it. I think it's going to help you as a streetwear brand owner, and I wanted to share it with you. We've been trying to create some content that goes beyond her product, something that we can story tell through the content, and something that is not look doesn't look like everything else. And so, what we've decided to do, this person's brand is about self-expression. And so what we've decided to do is create content with strangers of the public, where this brand owner goes up to strangers and asks them the question, how do you express yourself? And it's a really powerful question because it gets to the root of her brand, of the lifestyle and ideology that she's selling. It allows people to be vulnerable and tell their stories. And it has this real viral potential. You may have seen other videos like it where I think his name is Simon Squidge, where he asks people, do you have a dream? Or what is your dream? And there's others like it. Its content is really potent. There's a little obstacle, though, when we came to the conclusion that this is the content that this brand owner is going to create. And she says to me, or she talks to me about the obstacles that are stopping her from doing that. And they were really in the fact that she's afraid, and understandably so. Approaching strangers is difficult, especially if you're going to start recording and then go up to them and say, hey, can I ask you a question? You are putting yourself in harm's way, really. Potentially. And so there's an element of risk to it, and there's a lot of fear that comes from that place. And I totally understand it. And in our conversation that we had, I said to her, if you can't do it brave, do it scared. And I think about for my own business and the things that I'm doing now, and I have such a fear of having to get a real job, like working a 9 to 5. That scares the living daylights out of me. The idea of this thing that I'm doing now with school, the school community, with my coaching and all of those things, if I'm not able to make enough money doing that, and I can't sustain myself from doing that, well, that's what I would have to do in that case. And that scares the living daylights out of me. And that idea brings me more fear than the things I have to do to make this business work. And to apply it to this context with this brand that I'm working with, I said to her, what gives you more fear? Is it doing these videos? Is it approaching these strangers? Or is it returning back to your 9 to 5? Is it having to quit this streetwear brand? Because I said to her, most of your customers are coming from Instagram, nearly 100%. And so if you don't build your Instagram following or a community, well, that's it. That's it. You would not make enough money to be able to sustain yourself. And of course, she said to me, well, what scares me more is the idea of going back to my 9 to 5. And so we concluded that, well, if she can't do it brave, she can do it scared. But at least she's doing it anyway. So I share this story with you, dear streetwear brand owner, to encourage you. If you cannot do it brave, do it scared. But whatever you do, just do it anyway. Because even though the things that are required of you to make this passion of yours a full-time job, a full-time career, a legacy, the thing that you're going to leave, even though the things you have to do that are scary, they're so worth it. And you've already done half the work appearing here in front of your friends and family and making the leap, saying, I'm starting a business. Because there's an element of risk in that it won't work at all. And so coming out into the public eye and doing that is already risky. So you know how to do something anyway, even though you're scared. Don't let your fear now stop any other part of your business from working. Don't let your fear stop your content creation. Don't let it stop your clothing drops, releasing crazy designs, from inspiring people, to sharing your message with the world, to sharing your personal story and being vulnerable as a brand owner, to making a personal brand, to convert your personal page into something that's really about your fashion page. So do it scared. Just do it. If you can't do it brave, do it scared. I hope this has been encouraging to you today, dear Streetwear brand. You're going to kill it. You already are. You've come this far. You've made the leap to join Streetwear 365. Let's do the things that it takes to go Streetwear 365 days of the year. Because it's hard and you can do it. Because there's people that aren't willing that aren't willing to do those things, and that makes it easier for you because you know what you have to do. You just have to do it. So I know you can.